to our third and final topic, scary games.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was going to save this for... I maybe should have saved this for a Halloween episode, but I don't care.
We could
It's
do
how it works.
Yeah, we could do like a top 5 then. Or
Yeah.
you could do a top 5.
Oh, of scary games that I played? I was just going to kind of throw them all out there.
No, I'm talking about for like Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween.
To bring
Got
it back.
Got it.
You could still do it.
I see what you're saying. So, let's talk about this. Scary games. What are some of the scariest games that you've ever played?
I just recently...
You want to do boom, 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 boom?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, you go first.
Okay. So, I want to say a few years ago, as far as media is concerned, I kind of got interested in this kind of the whole
Whoa.
horror genre.
You got into what? Go ahead.
I was about to repeat what I said. I'm like, no. Let's keep this PG-13. We already used one F word.
You
So.
said shit a couple times.
But dude, PG-13, you can use that all the time.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Anyway, whatever. As far as like the scary or horror genre,
Go ahead.
like in the past few years, I've gotten more into it.
A little more ballsier.
Yeah.
Jumping in a little bit more.
Because like
yeah.
growing up, I never really like watched. Like it always interests me, but I never really like watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw Resident Evil 7, when that came out, me and my friend, we almost played that in one night.
Wow.
It was, oh my god, it was so fun. Nice, short, no fluff. Fantastic game.
Yeah, it seems like Resident Evil's really definitely turned a corner since Resident Evil 6.
Oh yeah.
But
They learned from their mistakes.
they do. That's an example of a company that learns from their mistakes.
And then
Laid a giant goose egg with 6, wasn't so great in 5, after a really good game in 4, so and then they came back.
And then you have Revelations, which are kind of like the
Yeah.
But like we played it like we made it like very or we played it with no lights. We shut the curtains.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude.
Did you play it on PlayStation? You played it on Xbox?
Xbox.
Okay. Because I was saying,
You got it?
PlayStation, you can play it in VR.
Oh god.
And I really do want to get it in VR.
So that game was amazing. So, and then I go home. A little time passes. I find Outlast is on sale.
Outlast, the first game we ever completed on this channel.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was when Christian was still here. That was the first game we went from beginning to end, and we beat Outlast. So go check out that playlist. But anyway.
And I played that, and I liked it. I'm not going to play 2 because of just the subject matter and some of it.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of some certain scene that goes down. I think you might know what I'm talking about.
Outlast 2. I don't think I've ever played Outlast 2.
Oh, so you haven't heard of like the controversy?
I know there's a lot of more crosses in that game, and I'm not. I mean, we don't have to go.
Yeah,
if you don't feel comfortable talking about it.
I mean, it's more of a subject. Like, can I talk about it on this? Like,
sure. Well, you could say it, and then I'll cut it if it doesn't work.
Okay.
If you're seeing this, then it made it in. So go ahead.
Apparently, there's like this rape scene.
Ah, yes.
So
I mean, there was subtle rape-esque vibes in Tomb Raider, so that kind of happens too.
And what?
In the very beginning, when she's handcuffed, she's trying to crawl away, and this dude starts to feel up on you, and you have to like knee him in the butt or knee him in the balls and smack him in the head.
I don't remember that. But
That's in the first Tomb Raider game.
The reboots.
Yes, in 2013.
Okay.
It's when he grabs her, and he looks like he's about to like hit her, but if you miss once, and then you miss again, he starts to get way touchy-feely.
But this in 2...
I mean, there's a lot of sexual stuff in Outlast 2. We censored a lot of that, but
in the second one, like they actually show it.
Oh boy!
And your wife gets pregnant from it, I think. And like,
wow, spoilers.
Whatever. like okay, how
we'll
old?
Cut that part.
How old is the game?
I don't know. I haven't played it. I haven't got around to it.
It's at least like 4 years old. 5 years.
Okay, fine.
If you want to cut it out, cut it out.
Yeah, fine, leave it in.
But my point is, I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. That's like the one subject.
Sure, yeah,
that's the one
that's a little fucked up.
Subject matter where I'm like, I will watch media, or I'll if it's in the stuff I'm watching or consuming.
It's different from you going in and experiencing it right off the.
And then going from the first one, it's like I like the first one because you're in this insane asylum, and
there is sex scenes in Outlast 1. There's a sex scene where a guy's getting raped.
Oh my god, yeah, the
in the very
necrophiliac.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. Yeah,
and it happens literally. You don't see insertion; you just see more of like
yeah,
he comes up and he's like, "You're looking. What are you? You're sick. You're
yeah.
sick, man." And you're
Oh
like,
my
"Dude, you're
god,
the one doing all this."
I
Like,
remember that.
yeah. So
I was
that
like,
that
what is what?
But the fact that this is like something that it's another character that you're supposed to have an emotional attachment to
Yeah,
that this happens to, I'd say is a little more fucked up. But anyway, off of the rape scenes,
yeah. Let's not,
it's in the game. That's what it is. So,
but
but
it's that's not a core aspect of the game. That's not a big plot point.
oh man, that sucks. Go ahead.
But just the whole ambiance that like that Resident Evil 7 and the first Outlast made were just amazing. The fact that like you're just walking like, oh shit, that's a big what's his name, Chris, and Outlast.
Oh, yes, his name's Christopher Walker.
Christopher Walken.
No, I think because that's the thing is like we kept making fun of the fact that his name sounds like Christopher Walken.
Why are you walking through my insane asylum?
But I don't know if his name was just Christopher, so I don't really remember.
We'll just call him Chris.
Yeah. I think that was what they were.
The fact that he just pops out of nowhere.
Because I might be connecting the wall walker thing. Is that what they call that? The thing that like goes through the walls and it's the ghost at the end.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Okay,
I don't remember the name, but like between that and like the whole like the crazy doctor when you get caught by him.
Yeah, the mullet dude.
Yeah,
His
with like
big
the
scissors.
Yeah, scissors.
Yeah,
Dude, that was like legitimately terrifying, dude. Like,
it is it's a pretty not settling thing because you got to hide from him.
yeah, and the fact that you like it's cool and it's annoying that you can't fight.
Yeah, that's the survival horror
Yeah,
that was
but
going on around that
I've never
time.
played a game like that.
Yeah. Games like Amnesia had that too. I didn't ever play Amnesia, but one game that was a cult favorite that was happening around that time was Slender Man, and I did play Slender.
Did you watch the movie?
I did not watch the Slender movie. I've seen Slender movies. I haven't seen the one that was actually released. So I don't know if that actually is on HBO or something that I could watch later. But the thing with Slender that became such a cultural phenomenon, I still to this day cannot understand why it's a cultural phenomenon and why it did become like such a big deal. I think it was in the right place at the right time, kind of like how Five Nights at Freddy's is, with that indie scene of here's the game. You are in the woods. You are going and trying to find 8 pages, and there's a thing after you. Go. And I think it's that level of simplistic gameplay style that allowed people to just fall in love with that game because you wanted to see how far you can go if you can get the 8 pages, and then you wanted your buddy to do it.
Yeah.
And Slender is a cool character too. Like is this mysterious creepypasta character that now has his own video game. Some other creepypastas did get their own video games at that time too. I think the Rake got hit one for that. There's
Who?
a Rake. The Rake. You don't see the. It's the one where it's the creepypasta goes. You lay in bed. The guy went to go check on his daughter. Daughter says something creepy of like sort of the thing of like you're gonna die or he's gonna die or I don't even know. And then when he wakes up in the middle of the night, he sees this thing at the end of his footbed, and it's the Rake. You know that?
No.
Okay, there's a game of that too. And I think Jack the Killer, the one that has no eyelids, that one too. He got it. Anyway, a lot of creepypastas were getting games after that, and but nothing ever compared to what Slender did. And it didn't take much memory. It was a very small game. And then everyone kept adding it to like, dude, there's a Halo map made in Halo 5 that I've played. And we played it on the live streams before, where one person is Slender and then it's an infection map. And whoever gets them becomes Slender Man.
That's pretty fun.
It is really fun. But there's something about that just kind of kept going. He's a cool character. I think they could have did a lot more with him. Eventually Slender the Arrival came out. Kind of came out to some mixed reviews. I thought it was really good, just based on like the fact that it's more or less the same game, but it's in different places and kind of adds a little more to the what was the bones of the first Slender game. And then, yeah, I just really enjoyed that time, that era of it, because everyone was playing it at dark, and then and you'd hear you'd get caught, and it's that, and it just flashes his face with the static. And yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed those
You
games.
played the Friday the 13th game, right? Too.
I did play a Friday the 13th game. I really liked it. The only reason why we stopped playing it is because it wouldn't allow us to record it. I could record my gameplay and my audio, but for some reason I don't know if they've updated this. They might have updated this recently. But when we were playing it in the very beginning, it would let us record in-game audio, and then for some reason, like it updated, which it really did need because it was broken to shit. Eventually, they fixed all that, but then it wouldn't allow you to record in-game audio anymore. And it like you could record the game audio, you couldn't record chat. And that game is all about chat.
That's probably a bug.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it. But anyway, the game was really cool because it took the idea of. Oh man, what was another game like that? Man,
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Yes, that does that too. Friday the 13th was just made on the Friday the 13th franchise. It was specifically just that, and I think people still play it, and a lot more updates come to it. It was a bigger map, a lot more people, and a lot more ways for. The reason why I like Friday the 13th a little bit better is because you were able to fight Jason and you were able to get away. In Dead by Daylight, you get captured, you're hosed. You're just getting taken to the thing. You're going to slammed on this slab, and then he's going to walk away, and your teammate has to come save you. In Friday the 13th, he could kill you pretty fast, but you can fight back with him. You can take firecrackers and throw it down, and then he gets scared by the firecracker, so he goes, like in the Jason way of, oh no. Or you could take a knife and stab it in his neck, and then Jason will then have to go through an animation of taking it out of his neck, but as he's doing that, you can run off. So there were ways to like fight him a little bit. There were also ways to kill Jason. That was a way to win. You needed to have someone come in as Tommy, which is the only person that's killed Jason, and well,
Spoilers.
Majority or not has done it. That movie is like 30 years old.
Oh, which one are you talking about?
I think it's the second one. Anyway, yeah, so you can play as Tommy, and one person from the dead people comes back as Tommy. You get another life, or you can escape. There's just different ways of doing it. And I thought Friday the 13th was pretty cool.
I think you can make a good Halloween movie with the same
Halloween game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Michael Myers is in Dead by Daylight.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's one of the characters. He's a little bit of a bitch character, though, because I really don't like when people play as, because he's fast, and he just shows up out of nowhere, and you're like, dude, what the hell?
Okay, Michael Myers is not fast.
Yeah, he walks. He just, like he does this.
But him appearing out of nowhere, that's his shtick.
Yeah.
But him
it
going
definitely
fast?
adds that in that
No.
game, yeah. He walks fast. And then there's a character in Dead by Daylight that's another bitch character, that it's a witch. People that play Dead by Daylight will know. She can throw knives at you, and I don't know how big your hitbox is in that game, but oh my god, it's got to be huge. Because all they have to do is they take the knife and they throw it at you, and it stabs you once, and you are immediately in your slow limp mode. And by then, she's fast, so she just come up and get you and grab you, and you're like, dude. And now I'm already down one, because in order for you to get to your, so there's essentially like full health, half health, dead. If you are at half health, that's usually when someone comes back over to the hook and pulls you off, and then you can run away. And then you're kind of like limping around. You can heal yourself. But that knife ducks you down to half health. And so if they take you and put you on the hook, you pretty much die. And I'm like, dude, this is such shit. And now there's a new character that was recently in an update where he can now copy players. He can like take, so if you were playing as like, I don't know characters in that game, but let's say you're playing as Jim and I'm playing as Bob, and he can copy your Jim and run up and act as if he was a player, and then totally just stab me and kill me.
Dude, that's actually pretty cool, though.
It's cool if you're the guy, not when you're the people.
You have to play like 20 questions with him.
Yeah, that game is definitely designed more towards the villain than more towards the players.
Yeah.
In Friday the 13th, I loved playing as a camp counselor, and I wouldn't mind when I was Jason, because it's all random. You don't get to pick. In Dead by Daylight, you get to pick which side you want to queue into. And so it was just this lottery system of who's going to be Jason kind of thing. You can kind of set settings to make it so that you only get picked as Jason. But anyway, so yeah, that was Breath of
Uh,
13.
one franchise or one game you did bring up was Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yes,
and
getting
I
its first VR on PSVR soon.
ooh,
Gonna
but
be scary.
that's one game that I kind of went down the rabbit hole in the lore because like um I do nothing about it, and I just ran it on YouTube, and then I delved into like the whole like it was loosely based off what kind of happened in the like actual Chuck E. Cheese, and then like the animatronics and like how like in the lore like the kids are probably stuffed in there. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, it took all the urban legends of like Chuck E. Cheese or
yeah.
the old Disney restaurants and any restaurant that had like mechanical robots
And
playing
then how many
animatronics.
games that they have now? 5, 6?
Well, then there's the spin-offs. So there's like a main line, and then there's like
Like the
spin-offs to
sisters sites or whatever. Isn't there
yeah.
one in the future?
I don't know. I lost track. I kind of fell off of that
I think that's
around
4. I can't remember.
I fell off of it around 4, and then they did the sister one, and then I'm like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. But I guess the PlayStation VR version is gonna have all of them, or its own version of it. I don't know. Maybe I was looking.
I just think it's weird for Freddy's. Like when we worked at Target, see like 10-year-olds with Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. I'm
yeah,
like,
or they're selling products.
oh my god,
at Target. Yeah,
yeah. And then like I see like it's like a 10-year-old. And like I look at the parent, I'm like, do you know what this is?
yeah.
Like, do you really? Or do you,
Technically, there isn't violence. It's just scary.
but like
Because they don't show like you being shoved into anything.
No,
It's just a startle and then it's done.
But you,
It's kind of like Slender. Slender was.
I'm talking about like the lore. Like when
Yeah.
the parents looked in the, like I had a 10-year-old and I knew about Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like,
Now here's the other thing though. The guy that made Five Nights at Freddy's used to make Christian video games. So
I think I remember hearing something about that.
yeah, he was just like, yeah. Everyone said my character looked creepy, so the bear that you play in those games became Freddy Fazbear.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there you go.
One, I kind of want to play Silent Hill too. I've never played those.
I also want to play Silent Hill, but I hear a lot of them are not great.
Isn't the second one good? Or
I don't know. I know is the first one good? See, that's the thing. I don't know where to start. It's
at
kind of
least
like
with like Resident Evil. Like, oh yeah, play 4.
yeah,
Play 4. Play 7.
or play the remake of 2.
Oh yeah.
That's my honest to goodness game of the year right now.
Really?
It's Resident Evil 2. It was so good. The Leon version of that is available here on the YouTube channel, so you guys can go check that out. Yeah, I think they did a great job with the Resident Evil series. They've definitely dug themselves back out of that hole of like, let's just make why reasons of these games are great.
Yeah, it's like
And-
they looked back at like
1, 2, and 3, and
4.
Veronica. And
Dude, people loved 4. Like,
oh yeah, 4 is my
They-
4 was my favorite. Resident Evil 2 remake is definitely
yeah,
my
it's like when they
favorite
went into 7, they like looked back at those old games. They like stripped all down all the action stuff, and they truly made it like a more of a horror survival.
Well, yeah, because that's the traditional 1 and
Yeah.
2 were about. Because
Isn't it top down? No.
1 and 2 are I think what is the term, isometric? Or they're the
Oh.
2/3 like view.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
like when you walk down a hallway, so the camera would be here.
It's a fixed
and
camera.
Yeah,
in
and
a
then you'd
room.
walk down, and then you'd turn the corner, and then there would be another camera here. So essentially, it was using like these like security cameras to have you walk around and do
Yeah.
whatever you needed to do. Yeah. What's another good scary game? There was a game on PlayStation 2 called The Suffering. I've thought about playing that as a Let's Play. As a kid, that game made me very scared. It was you like hulked out. It was took place on Alcatraz. Yeah, you like hulked out into this monster character, and you could like start slashing these things, and there's these things from like hell or whatever. And I think my teachers at the time thought I was a psychopath because I would draw them, and they had these blades for their hands and their legs, and yeah, I might just have to play that during Halloween time. If I get October as my gaming month, I might bring that out.
Wait, has there been a Nightmare on Elm Street game recently?
No, but Freddy Krueger is in Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
And whenever he's getting close to you, so whenever a bad guy gets close to you in Dead by Daylight, music starts playing. So when Michael Myers shows up, you hear the
Halloween.
yeah, you hear the Halloween music, and then when Freddy shows up. You hear 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, and you're like, oh god, go 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 go! You're like trying to run
That's
around.
pretty cool, but I would like to see a Nightmare on Elm Street game.
Yeah, that could be good.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Now, do you want a Nightmare on Elm Street game like Friday the 13th got, or do you want an actual linear A to B game? Because I don't think that would be good, just based on licensing games.
No, I think it would work with like you. It'd be more like a I don't know. My thought process was different characters at different nightmares, and it's like a puzzle, and you have to find your way out of the nightmare.
Speaking of puzzles, there is Saw games. There are 2 Saw games that came out for
Really?
Xbox 360. I played the first one. Really good game. I have not played the second one. I want to also play that too. I'm missing one achievement in Saw, and it made me so freaking mad that I didn't get it. It's a dumb ass achievement, and I was like, I have to do this all over again to get to that one point in order for me to actually do it.
Oh, I hate those
And
achievements.
so I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do this all over again. So I didn't. There is a Saw 2 that did come out. The Saw game is really good. I think if you are a Saw fan, you will like it. It's puzzle solving. So that one is done really well. So I think that if you did go on to what you were saying, of more of maybe there's like 6 teenagers that are like connected somehow. They all go to high school, whatever. That's usually how the Nightmare on Elm Street games go. And they have these vignettes that Freddy is like fucking with them the whole time. Could be a thing.
Yeah.
There's like the main character, but then the friends are also involved into the story as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it happen.
What other?
And then when you're in the dream, it's like Persona.
You'll never see.
No, I don't think that music would be going, but sure.
It's like you never see it coming. Just get stabbed. Like,
Oh God, no!
you're right. I didn't see it coming.
It's just jazz music playing as you're getting stabbed in the stomach. Oh God!
It's even better. It's like the music when it plays when it's raining. You're just
Yeah.
getting stabbed. It's like,
Well, I'm dead.
shit.
Yeah, that would be one of those games that you could play as some of the characters that don't make it to the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that happening.
What else is another horror franchise that we can?
BioShock for a while was.
Oh yeah, the first one because like you're in this abandoned
Yeah, BioShock is a survival horror game.
Dead Space.
Dead Space.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which we do have on the channel, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. Ashton beat the first one on the channel, so you guys can go check that out too.
One like I need to play one.
You can watch it here on the channel.
Alien Isolation was a good
We
one.
did play a little bit of that here
one,
on the channel
that
too.
one's pretty good.
I wish we would have finished that. We did not ever finish that, but yeah, that one was really good. So
just because we're on Alien, like, can you make a Predator game that's kind of a horror kind of aspect?
I mean, Alien and Predator both have had games. Like there's been AVP. AVP got a game, which was okay. When you played as Predator and you played as Alien, those stories were really cool because you got to play as those two characters. Then when you played as the Colonial Marines, it was like, what the? I'm so weak. I can't do shit. So if you ever do play the AVP game that was released on 360, I think it was PS3 as well. Probably it was made by Sega. Start with the Colonial Marines, and then play as the other two, because then you won't be so adapted to the fact that you're so overpowered as a Predator or an alien or as a xenomorph. But yeah, because on the AVP games, you got to be on the Predator home planet to like do your tutorial. That was the tutorial. You got to run through and do all that, and then you went and battled on Earth. It was pretty cool.
I just thought of this. The Thing. I think you can make a.
The Thing.
No.
What?
Hear me out.
Okay. You got to really sell me on this one. Give me the elevator pitch here.
Okay. So the whole the shtick of The Thing is it could copy. It's an alien copies anything.
Yeah.
So you can make it like Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, but one person only knows they're the Thing, and they have to blend in, and you kill, and then they slowly start killing people.
So
Or
like a Gary's mod kind of
kind
thing?
of, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
other people have to figure out who is the thing, who is the faker.
Okay.
I think that would done well. I think you can do that.
Oh man, I don't know what happened. That's what I have to say on that. I sucked in a whole bunch of air on that. Anyway, what I was thinking is, because in Friday the 13th, what they did in that was when you died, you went into another lobby of the dead, and so you couldn't like interact with anyone. Like for example, if we're playing and Jason shows up and kills you, you can't tell me. Like if I get away, you can't tell me where he is.
Yeah,
So, I think could work as the thing, kind of,
yeah,
because it would just be Gary's mod essentially. But I think you could have some really cool like areas. Obviously, the only one we got to see was the tundra that they are in the first movie. There is one. They remade it, didn't they?
yeah.
I didn't see the remake.
Yeah, me neither. I think it was that early 2000s,
I don't know.
but I heard it was good.
But the only one I remember is the one that was made in the 80s.
Yes,
Yeah.
John Carpenter with Kurt Russell.
Speaking of that, what about Hellraiser?
I
Could he
think
get one?
I don't see why not.
Trying to think of what he could do. I don't know. That's one
I-
of those. That's one of those icons I don't really know too much about.
Yeah, I've only seen one movie, and the one movie I watched, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is just
Isn't it like? Isn't he like into BDSM or something like that?
a
Like,
little.
isn't he like
a little
very
bit.
sexual in that movie? I don't know. I don't know.
I can't.
I've never
I can't
seen
remember
those movies.
which one I saw because there's multiple ones.
Yeah.
The one I saw, like, this wife is cheating on her husband, and then with her brother,
Oh.
the husband's brother.
Okay.
I'm like, let me.
I was like, wait.
let me.
What is
let me.
happening in this movie?
So, wife's having an
This
affair.
is Pinhead, the guy that has all the nails in his head.
Yeah.
This is that movie. If you guys don't know what that movie.
Chick is having an affair with her husband's brother,
What a slut.
right? And the brother has the cube or the thing that calls
The Tesseract?
the thing that calls Hellraiser.
Okay. The
And-
Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, it's like some kind of something. So he
Yeah.
gets pulled in, and he gets out, and he has like no skin, or like he's like. So what the woman does is she lures people into the attic where he's staying, and like he literally just eats their takes their skin.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's so fucked up.
Okay.
So to make a game about that,
You could. I mean, hey, that's pretty much what Fear is essentially. Those
what
games.
about Evil Within? I heard my friend played it, the first one. I think he said he didn't like it.
So
'Cause I-
Ashton played Evil Within, but he did it for a live stream, so those videos don't exist really anywhere. But as far as I remember, it's very Resident Evil like, because isn't it the guy who made Resident Evil is the guy who made
I
Evil
don't
Within?
know. Maybe it's a different game he's talking about, but he was saying how like does like the aspect ratio. There's something mechanically about it that he's like, why would you do this?
Mm.
We talked about this like years ago, so like I don't remember.
Hmm.
And I know that like a second one came out fairly recently.
Yeah, so apparently it did well. Like it went on and made another one. I know a lot of people do want an Evil Within 3, so who knows? We'll see what. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other ones.
I'd like to see more games like scary games that have a multiple choice. Like you pick your path. Because I know there's one of them.
What is that one?
I can't remember the name. That's why if I knew the name, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's insert title of
Yeah.
game.
So like a Telltale style of
Maybe.
horror game?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a Telltale game.
No.
Because
Rip.
yeah. Yeah. Because I was very not into scary games for a really long time. Because it's just very unsettling. It's something that you just can't really. You kind of got to ease yourself into it. The first scary game I ever played was Resident Evil 4, and I remember when I played that game, I got up to the part when the chainsaw guys showed up, and that scared the crap out of me, and I stopped playing for a while.
Should have had the shotgun, man.
It didn't matter. It did not matter. It's just the fact that thing, because you see it on the back of the box, and then you play the game, and you're like, oh, God, I actually am having to deal with this guy. Nowadays, I probably could go back and just, like, not deal with that.
Oh yeah.
But
When you're a kid and you see that,
yeah, I mean,
oof.
it's the first time I've ever seen that. The other game was Dead Space, like you had mentioned earlier, was one of my first games as well. That when you walked up to a character and then all of a sudden it just jolts right in front of your face, you're like, oh god. Do you know how they got the idea to make some of those people, like the mangled people? The studio, the creators of the game, looked up car accident pictures and got inspiration from that into making those people.
Damn.
Yeah. So there's something for you.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's some good material though to study off of.
Yeah. I think we've kind of ran through a lot of them that I know of, at least.
Yeah, same. We hit the big ones and then like stuff that we would like to see.
Yeah. I definitely think that licensing is a little bit interesting to see. I do like the Alien stuff, and obviously Alien Isolation did really well too. A lot of people love that game, and I don't know why they never continued making it.
I haven't beat it because I got to a part where like I'm kind of stuck with the alien, and like well the last times.
But when you see that thing like
oh my god
hang out and then it falls to the ground, and you're like, oh god, and then you see the beep 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 beep, and you're like, ah. Yeah.
I'm at this one part where like I need to go through a certain door and the alien popped up. So one of the last times I did, I'm like, okay, I want to throw something here and run this way. And I threw it and I ran and the alien didn't go for it. It just
went for you.
I'm like, damn it!
Oh, dude, there's this video, there's this episode that we did where the xenomorph is attacking one crew member or whatever, and you're up on that balcony. It's pretty early on in the game, and you're looking down, so there's like stairs that go up to where you're at, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my god. And Christian's like, dude, what's happening down there? And then all of a sudden it starts to run, and you're like, oh, I guess he's just running off. And then Christian's like, dude, and it's just running up the stairs. I'm like, oh god. And I start turning around, I get stuck on a box, and then all of a sudden it just goes shing, and you're like, and you look down and there's just this tail like sticking out of you, and it comes back out, and then there's a hand that goes over the screen and then pulls you back, and I was like, oh my god, what happened?
Like those deaths are pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, they're pretty bad. That's definitely a cool game. So yeah, there you go. There's some horror games, some scary games. Might do another one like that, another topic like that later down in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section below, put your favorite scary games that you played, whether past, present, or you want in the future. Is any final words for that? Any final words for the episode?
Nah.
No.
I'm ready for this mic to stop resting on my chest and blocking my the Star Wars logo, which I should have pointed out
during the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, we made it an hour and a half, so pretty good timing.
Yeah.
Pretty good timing. Half hour each. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the end of Bitcade. And if you guys want to watch more, make sure you definitely hit the subscribe button on wherever you are at. You can watch this on YouTube. Facebook is the audio version. The video version is only on YouTube, right here on our Primal Target channel. You can subscribe and watch the over 500 videos that we have here. There's a lot of podcasts, a lot of gameplays, PT plays is what we like to call them. And you can also go and subscribe to us over on iTunes if you want the audio version, and Podbean if you want the Android people. It's also available on Google Play as far as I'm been told. And so I don't know where everyone else is, but I upload to iTunes and Podbean, but it's available wherever you're hearing this. And go and rate it, hit the thumbs ups, tap the 5 stars, wherever you're at, so that people know that they need to be listening to Bitcade, as well as the other fantastic shows that we got planned in the future too. There's a lot of stuff. Tyler is going to be joining us on season 2 of PT 3600 on an anime episode. I actually just got done editing that, so by the time this is done, it should be up because that whole season's done and recorded with.
Nice.
So yeah, any shout outs, things you want to do, plugs you got?
I'll just plug my channel again, T Kashikoi. If you're just like anime casually or a hardcore weeb, I like to sell myself in the middle.
Okay, you're on that line.
Don't buy. I'm not buying any body pillows or those mouse pads.
But you buy the figures.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh dude, I just I bought a on Tamaki one.
Oh, from
Persona. Oh god.
Yeah.
So the voice actress for her is going to be at SakuraCon.
Oh, you're gonna get signed?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring the bass.
Nice.
I already shouted her out on Twitter.
See, what you should do is take a picture of it, and then bring the bass and say, "Hey, I just want to let you know I do have this. Can you sign?"
Oh no,
this?
yeah, I took a picture of it.
Okay.
Tagged her in Twitter or added her at Twitter, and then someone's like, "You shouldn't bring the figure," and I was thinking of not bringing it.
Yeah.
And if I did, I'd bring in the box. And she's like, "Just bring the bass." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I was thinking that." But yeah, I'm gonna
There
do
you
that.
go. There
so
you
she
go.
knows. She knows I'm.
Yeah, she knows you're coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then if I see
Should be looking out for you.
like,
Oh hey, yeah, you're the guy that I talked to 6 months ago. But okay.
No, I did it like a week ago.
Oh, okay.
So I was gonna buy it. I was gonna like, do I buy it at the convention and risk it,
Yeah.
and possibly pay more, or just buy it now? So I'm like, buy it now.
Yeah.
Make sure I
Get it out of
just
the
got
way.
it. I just got it a couple days ago. Oh, it's amazing.
Nice.
Most expensive figure I own now.
Yeah. So what on your social media that you post that on?
Just Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter, my Instagram, and that's it. I didn't put anything on my Facebook.
Okay. And it's all Takashi Koi.
Yeah, Takashi Koi. Just look for it's a red circle with my T and the K in it.
Links in the description for his YouTube channel is there for you guys, and then on this YouTube channel he has all the social media up there, just like how we do. Links in the description below for all of Primal Target social media. You can follow me at Ryan8Emore on all social medias, and that's gonna be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Bitcade, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Good night, everybody.